Hi, my name is Shirley. I am from Colombia. I was born and raised there until I was 10 years old. I was raised by my mother, who fought and did everything she could to give the best life for my sister and I. Um, my father was never in my life. He was very absent from it. He had many mistakes and made life very complicated for my mother and me, and my sister as well. When I was 10 years old, I moved to USA. We located in New Jersey and I grew up there. I had many friends. I was good as a student. But at one point, I started feeling depression, and depression changed my life. I was so into my head all the time that every time was just placing a mask to my friends. Anxiety made it worse too. I didn't know how to tell nobody. I used to hide with happiness. When I turned 16, I was raped, and it was by somebody that I knew for a very long time. This turned me into somebody who wanted to go out and do stuff that I wasn't really supposed to do. But when I was alone, I was always sad and darkened. It helped with my friends. My friends always had my back in some type of way. My mother also helped me through everything. But it took one day to know that I was still alone. When I turned 18, I met somebody who was very important in my life. He became my rock in many ways. I moved in with him and I got pregnant. We had a beautiful family. Until one day, his drinking problem, which initially wasn't as bad, got worse and he turned violent. He had very possessive ways of being with me. He wouldn't let me speak to my family. He would not want me to be near anybody. He wanted me for himself. After 3 years of that relationship, I took him to court and I was left with my son alone. My son is my rock. He is my everything. About a year ago, I spoke to my father and he told me a little story. It's the story of the stranded lamb. He told me about this pastor and his flock, and one of his lambs with beautiful white hair used to run away from the flock and always put herself in danger. One day, the pastor goes to her and finds her in a very dangerous situation. He grabs the sheep and, with eyes in his tears and a smile on his face, he tells her, "You know I love you." And she says, "Yes, and I love you too." And then he says, "I will do something that it might not look right to you right now, but one day you will understand." And he broke her leg. The sheep, with tears and very, very confused, asked the pastor why he broke her leg. And he said to her, "I broke your leg because I'd rather you have a broken leg than putting yourself in danger. This way I will cherish you and take care of you, and you will always be with me." With this story, I was introduced to Christianity. I was able to take the bandage off my eyes. I discovered how much I needed my family and how much I needed my son. I started doing everything that I could to make sure that my son had a better life. One of the miracles God did for me was bringing me to CCU. In CCU, I've learned to create a relationship with God, and everything that I do could be involved with God. After a few months of being Christian and having a successful job and a nice place for my son, the pandemic hit. This turned my life around once again. But in this time around, I had a better solution for my problems. I had God, and He had a promise for me. I grabbed my mother, my son, and everything we belonged, and took the journey from New Jersey to Florida. We are located in Fort Myers. I have a good job, a beautiful home, and a very strong, supportive family. I have time with my son. I have time to share with my family. Maybe I never had it before, but now I do. Everything that I do is thanks to God. He gave me one more promise, and this one is an understanding to everything that I've been through. Is Ezekiel 3:9. As a demand harder than flint, I have made thy forehead. Fear not, neither they dismay at their looks, though they may be a rebellious house. And with that, I will leave you to tell you the following. I will become a psychologist so I can help those people that didn't receive the proper guidance. I want to be able to help those that have been going through traumas similar to mine. But the most important thing is that I will be doing it with God by my side. I know that He has a big purpose for me and my family, and I will do anything that it takes for me to accomplish His purpose. Have a blessed day.